Hello there, Stan, Mother. Hello Mother, I'm not sure how much of interest this will be to you, but you never know. Passes by. Yes, the top 10 punk albums. Well, I better say right at the onset, there's no actual music in this, just me waffling on, so if that's not your bag, you know, you are warned. And there's actually 11 of them. Couldn't fit it down to 10, so there's actually 11 of them, but you know, it's all anarchy in it, eh? Right, okay, so at number 11, yes, English Dogs, Invasion of the Porkymen. Now, yeah, I know the Dogs are currently a metal band, but when they started out, they were very definitely punks, as I can demonstrate here. As see the chaps there, all suitably attired in their punk chic. Yeah, what can I say about this? Well, it's, as you might imagine, very heavy. It takes a couple of listens to get into, but once you do, you realise there's some very good tracks on here. Max, Carol, Ghosts of the Past, loads of good stuff on there. So I would, if you like sort of punk with a metalish edge, then that's the one I'd recommend. Okay, next up, Antipasti from the 80s. Great sounding album this, got some great tracks on it. In fact, not a single duff track on this. Sounds just like you think an 80s punk band should sound. And if you get it on CD, I'm not sure, there's about 10 tracks on it. Get on a CD, there's 29 tracks including rarities and singles and such like. Best tracks on this, Call the Army, City Below, and of course No Government. No Government was one of the best punk singles ever released. Now if memory serves, how did it go? Brew Your Own, It's About to Ferment, No Maggie Thatcher, and No Government. That's very definitely resonated with me, that sentiment, in the 80s. So yeah, top marks. Antipasti. Alright, next up, Becky Bondage, Cold Turkey. What can I say about this? Well, first off, probably anyone who knows Becky will probably think, well, why am I not recommending this instead? Well, yes, this is a top album. Vice Squad, their previous band, Stand Strong, Stand Proud. That is a really good album. Vice Squad, they were on a major, I think it was EMI, and I think they were just a tad maybe overproduced, whereas this is really raw. It's an album of covers, the best ones being Son of a Preacher Man and Teen Spirit. This has got the best cover of Teen Spirit I've ever heard. The most striking thing about this album, no, it's not the cover, is Becky's voice. Absolutely brilliant rock voice, like a cross between, I don't know, Susie Sue and Bonnie Tyler. Make sure I don't say Bonnie Langford there, yeah. Really great vocal on that. I'd recommend it just for the vocal alone. Terrific stuff. Okay, next up, I couldn't separate two subs albums. Couldn't separate them, so they both are. First album, second album. Yeah. Think about the subs. Just great songs. I don't know how many tracks are on these. There's a lot. There's 14 on that, and there is 17 on that, and there's not a single duff track on any of them. How I would describe it: pop played by punks. Now that is not an insult. Just really good songs. Anyone viewing this, not got any punk product, but you know, maybe interested in getting some, I would recommend this as your first purchase. I remember the first time I heard it, mate in school lent it me. Just couldn't believe how good it is. Really good songs on both of them. Really good sound as well, well produced. Alright then, next, the Clown Princes of Punk. Yes, the Anti-Nowhere League. Now the album I'm actually referring to here, I couldn't find my vinyl, I don't know what I've done with it, but is that one there, the first album, We're the League. How would you describe the League? Well, again, a sort of metal-y, biker type of punky wonky thing going on, you know what I mean? Quite a lot of humour, great songs again, not a single duff track on this album. Great sound as well. Out of all these albums, turn this one up loud and it sounds the best. Really good production on it, really good laugh, good tunes, you know, what's not to like. Best tracks, Let's Break the Law, the title track, We Are the League, and Snowman. I think was the best League song what they ever done. Yeah. Serious song about drug addiction, really top song. Don't play it to your Aunt Mabel though. Lyrics are a bit, but yeah, top song. As a matter of interest, there's a lot of League products about, compilations, a lot of live stuff. I would recommend this If you want to buy some League Live Animals. Thing about this is it's got their last studio album that I'm aware of was The Perfect Crime. Now that was not universally well received, but those tracks played live take on a different dimension, I tell you. It's also got Snowman on it as well, Snowman live. So yeah, top boys. Right, okay, next up, The Clash. The Clash. Well, what can you say about this album? Well, for a start, what a great looking album. Yeah? Got the three guys on the front there looking all, you know, mean and moody. Notting Hill right on the back. You know, I love this colour, this green and the red. I remember when I bought this, I think I bought it from like Woolworths or Boots or something. I remember walking on with it and I thinking, I got something really subversive. Now the production on this album wasn't brilliant. I think their soundman, was it Mickey Foot, mixed it in the back of the coach or something. So the original recordings get quite a bit of a muddy feel to them. But to be honest, that is my favourite version of this. I think it's been digitally remastered now and you get a lot clearer sound on the CD. But I'd go with this. Well, what can I say about it? Well, yeah, great tracks. The best track on it is the cover of Police and Thieves. Really top track that. Yeah, basically it's an album that sounds as good as it looks. Yeah, and of course, wasn't the Clash good, eh? I remember London Calling, Combat Rock, yeah, brilliant albums. I even like Sandinista. I think the first side of Sandinista is not brilliant, but the rest of it is pretty good. Alright then, next up, from Northern Ireland, Stiff Little Fingers, Inflammable Material. In many ways, similar to the Clash album. Four guys talk about the politics of the day, how they're about their immediate environment as well, where they live. Slightly prefer this one because of the sound. Really heavy guitar on it. Jake Burns' furious vocal. Not a lot can match that. Great songs again. I suppose the most famous was Suspect Device, Alternative Ulster, but also Rough Trade and Law and Order. Really, really good tracks. So yes, heartily recommend that. Right, now I must admit the top of the selection is a bit anarcho heavy. And I forgot to mention, you've probably not heard of the top two albums as well that are on it, but anyway, we'll get there in a moment. So the first of the anarcho groups, Conflict, the Ungovernable Force. What can I say about this band? Honest, passionate, furious, intelligent, articulate. On another day I might have put this at number one. Really great album, never tire of listening to it. I listen to this over and over. Best tracks, probably Mental Mania, really poppy, that almost anarcho pop, that one. Force or Service, the title track, The Ungovernable Force. Not for all this, but you know, it's fast, it's furious, great lyrics. So you have to have, there's a lyric book in this, so because you know it's not always easy to follow when they're singing, but yeah. Now in a similar vein, next up, Flux of Pink Engines. Great album title this. Strive to survive, causing least suffering possible. Again, takes a couple of listens to get into it, but yeah, really good tracks on it. Daylight We Die, Progress, loads of good stuff on it. Interestingly enough, there's a CD available of the demos of this. Now you think a raw, fast album like this, what are the demos going to be like? Well, they're actually slower and poppier and well worth a listen. So yeah, but this one, like Conflict, this band, yeah, heart in the right place. Yeah, you know, maybe you agree with them, maybe you don't, but you know, we can't question their commitment. Right, okay. I think there's 3 left. Yeah, 3 left. Right, okay. The Kings of Anarcho. Crass. Yeah, I could have filled this whole selection with Crass albums. Really top band. Chosen this one. It's their magnum opus, Christy album. Right, let's delve inside. Yeah. Well, there's this booklet. Tell us various information about their philosophies and song lyrics, this bit of history, so forth. A couple of vinyl discs. You get this on CD, by the way. I'm just showing these because they're easier to show on the camera. Poster, I can't show you that, would offend Aunt Mabel again. But yeah, really, in some ways, it's quite a challenging album. This covers a vast array of musical styles. But yeah, again, Crass, love them all, loathe them. Can't question their commitment. Great idealism. Don't think it ever worked though. But yeah, and some really, really good songs. Reality Whitewash. If you don't listen to any other Crass song, listen to Reality Whitewash. One of the best punk songs ever. Great lyrics. It's even got a bit of brass and strings on it, and it ends with a furious 100-mile-an-hour punk rap from Steve Ignorant. If you're gonna get a Crass album and you haven't got any, I would say probably Feeding the 5,000 would be the first one I'd buy rather than this, but buy this one as well. You will not regret it. Okay, now the next one, this is number 2 in the list, by the way. Can't really show the cover of this. I'm trying to find something to cover it up with. No. Oh, I've got a thing. Oh, this one, yeah. You see what I've been watching. Right, okay. So, yes. The Blood, False Gestures for a Devious Public. I'm not sure I can show you the back either, to be honest. Oops. Yeah. What would you describe that? I don't know. Biker metal? I don't know. I remember getting into The Blood. Some of the early singles, Megalomania, Start Raving On, seemed like, like an oi band, 3 chords, fast, loved it. And then this is almost like a Wagnerian enterprise. The guitar playing on this is absolutely brilliant. JJ Bedsaw, the late JJ Bedsaw, don't know his real name unfortunately, one of the best guitarists I've ever heard, punk or otherwise. Lyrics, do not condone the lyrics, not at all. But I think they've got the tongue in cheek, or else I wouldn't be. This wouldn't be appearing on the list. The lyrics are not great. Poor taste, shall we say. Music, 10 out of 10. Yeah, absolutely brilliant music. Best tracks: Sewer Brain, Gestapo Kazi. Yes, you getting the idea? Yeah, top album. Even if you're not into punk, if you're into metal or grunge or whatever, check out this album. I used to listen to a lot of Motorhead when I bought this. Never listened to them again. Don't compare with this. Fantastic stuff. Right, okay. The best punk album of all time. Right, okay. Zounds, Curse of Zounds, and Arco Time again. Very unusual album, this. It was mixed, I believe, by the son of an aristocrat who didn't like the sound of electric guitars. So consequently, the guitars are very low in the mix. Also, it's lead guitar, mostly lead guitars, very little chords on this, rhythm guitar, so consequently it's a quiet album, but what it means is you can hear every syllable of the lyrics, you can hear all the drum parts. It gives the songs a chance to breathe, and the songs themselves absolutely brilliant. It's got everything on. It's got humour, Dirty Squatters, amphetamine punk, Target, deep introspection, Did He Jump, power pop. What's the power pop one? A little bit more, and of course the anthem, that is This Land. One of the best punk songs ever. In fact, one of the best songs ever. Terrific song. I don't know why it resonates with me so much. This song. It's like it's got like a sort of insistent melancholy about it, like almost like an air of menace as well. It reminds me a lot of Life on Mars. Yeah, great track. Listen to that and Reality Whitewash. Those are the 2 tracks I recommend out of this selection. But yeah, sounds, what can I say, like the last album, fantastic guitar playing on it, and they were short-lived. Only this and a few singles, and that was that. And incidentally, on the CD you do get the singles as well, so yeah. Okay, well, that's a few more here that I would recommend, not on the list. Now there's no oi on that, right? Well, so I would rectify that. The 4 Skinheads, to give them their excuse me, full name. Yeah, the Good, the Bad, and the 4 Skinheads. Yes, great tracks on that. Great. Yeah, I'm not going to dwell too long on these. No Damned or Buzzcocks. Oh, how can that be? Well, great singles bands. The albums not quite so good. So compilation time, I think. The Damned, another great record from the Damned, the best of. I don't know if this has ever been released on CD, but it is the best Damned compilation I've heard. Buzzcocks, Singles Going Steady, great singles band. Subhumans EP, LP. Reason I'm recommending this, Religious Wars EP is on this, the best punk EP I ever heard. That is a really good purchase if you can find it.